Hello, everybody. Finally, yay. 131 days. It took 131 days to have some serious computer issues. Can I say how much I hate computers? I'll say that again. I hate computers. But anyways, for those of you that called and yelled and complained to me that I'm not live yet, sorry for snapping at you, but yeesh, I hate computers. And it's one of those things that, it actually fits right in my talk. All right? This fits right in my talk. That you don't need more time, you need more clarity. See, I'm guilty, 100% guilty, that sometimes I think I need a couple more hours in a day to get the stuff done. And I joke about the idea that I'm so far behind that if I was to try and not be able to die until I get all my work done, I'll probably live forever. But you know what? My problem isn't the idea that I need more time. I need less noise, less distractions, less everything else, so I can focus and get the one job done that I need to get done. Because time doesn't fix confusion. It multiplies it. So when you're distracted, it takes longer to do everything. And people say, oh, I'm a great multitasker. No, you're not. Because when you're multitask, you take time away from every individual item that you're working on, and you make them go slower. When you focus on one thing at a time, like a laser focus, you actually burn right through it. Because see, clarity is the only thing that makes time valuable. Because time doesn't fix confusion. It multiplies it. See, I've worked on my computer all day long today, right? I've worked on the website. I got the official confirmation. I could officially put my happy little wow merch on Walmart.com. I got my official confirmation. I put it all on Amazon. I got it all on eBay and got it all on Etsy. And I'm all excited about that. I collected all these different places I could put my crap on to sell. Oh, and even TikTok. Because I can't put anything else on TikTok because, in fact, I signed up for my own brand. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But, whatever. I can deal with that. But you know what? I've worked all day long on this with constant distractions from here, from the cats, from the dogs. Well, not dogs, but from the cats, from the kids, from phone calls, from whatever. And it's just like one thing after another and after another. And I will admit there's the old cell phone thing. I had to do the Facebook scroll for a little bit, take my mind off of what I was working on. And I had to stop and get some food, and I had to stop and go to the bathroom, and in the process I stopped to try and do some work around the house, and in the process I stopped to do this and stopped to do that. And somewhere along the line I lost my clarity on what I wanted to get done today. And I had it all written down. See, I'm just as guilty. Just as guilty. But you know what? The point being is, instead of just throwing the list away and saying, okay, I didn't get it done, whatever. I know that I can try and rebuild on that list tomorrow. I know that tomorrow I can wake up in the morning and I can look at that list and say, I can prioritize the things I did not get done today, and I can focus on those as a hot priority that I need to get done. So I start the morning out with clarity. Not motivation, not hype, and not I'm going to try harder, but knowing exactly what matters and knowing what doesn't. See, knowing exactly where I need to start tomorrow morning gives me that clarity. And you know what? Clarity kills the hesitation. When I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can try and get started right on it. I know I got to find the API keys so I can try and get Shopify working properly so I can link the two of them together. All right, I know I got to do that. That's on my list. I know I got to get the API keys to link Shopify and Amazon together, and then Shopify and then Walmart together, and then Shopify and Etsy together. That's on my list of things to do. And I know exactly what I need to get done. So, therefore, procrastination in the morning is going to be killed by that clarity. And I won't feel overwhelmed either because clarity will take care of that as well too. See, clarity does a lot of things. When you have a game plan, when you have knowledge about what you're going to get done and an active plan, you develop that clarity. You develop that mindset that, hey, I know what I'm going to do, and it's going to get done. You get that laser focus. And that laser focus is pretty brutal, man. I mean, it cuts right through you. Hey, Beth. And that's that. Clarity takes care of all that, including the overwhelmed feeling of, oh my God, my list is unbelievably long now. I mean, there's 3 things on my list I actually skipped today. But you know what? I found time to do all the other useless crap. I found time to run the daughter around all over the place to whatever. Because, well, you know what? That's what happens with those distractions. When you allow yourself to get distracted from your lasered focus, you fall off the bandwagon. You let chaos creep into your plan, and that chaos kills your schedule. That chaos kills your identity. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Goldie. That chaos stops who you're becoming. Because you know what? Clarity is the thing that helps you become what you want to be. Clarity helps you become that version of you that's trying to show up. Clarity is what helps you become that version of you that's still helps you figure out what that version of you that's still holding you back from being the best that you can be. And so you have to ask yourself, what top 3 things actually in your life help move yourself forward? Because everything else from there is just noise. Or ego. Or even distraction for that matter. See, unlike motivation, clarity allows you to try and see and visualize what needs to get done. Clarity allows you to try and gives you the knowledge on what actually matters and what doesn't matter. Clarity gives you the knowing, the knowledge on what your next move should be. Because it helps kill that procrastination. It kind of plants that seed for the bush to grow right in the way of procrastination. So as you're walking down the trail, sooner or later, clarity is going to grow there, and that there's going to be a tree there blocking your path from falling down in the procrastination path. Or the other thing is clarity is sitting over there by the side of the road ready to jump you. Letting you know that, hey, we're not going to let you get overwhelmed here with all the work that you got to get done, because this is what's important and this is what you need to focus on, and it pulls you back. Like the curb that I was talking about the other night. The curb in a street, when you're driving down the street, you got curbs on either side. Hey, Beth. You got curbs on either side. They help keep you focused on what the road is. Without those curbs there, you don't know what the road is. And you could be driving on a sidewalk somewhere, running people over, mass hysteria type stuff. Destroying your vehicle. Out here in Indiana, okay? And this is actually really weird. I never encountered anything like this until I moved out here. And it's actually one of the only reasons I truly hate driving out here in Indiana is during winter and during fog. Because during winter, or fog for that matter, during winter on 35, US 35, the roads, and it's snowing like the blizzard type stuff, the snow just blows and it goes right over the road. You can't even see the road. You can't see the road. And you got ditches on either side of the road. So as the wind is blowing the snow, the snow is just blowing right over it. You don't see where the ditch is. You don't see the road is. And you don't see where the other side of the road is. And if you're driving at night, the only thing you might have to guide you, to keep you from going in one of those ditches on either side, are the telephone poles 15 feet from the road. So you have to try, as you're driving at night, down US 35, in the middle of a blizzard, you've got to keep an eye on them telephone poles and pray it's bright enough so you can see them. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a ditch. And that's not fun. Trust me, I know. I've been there before. And during the fog season, I thought fog was bad in Chicago. And I admit, I've seen fog in Chicago. And we have had fog. I mean, where we couldn't see across the street. Yeah, that ain't nothing. Hey, Natasha. That ain't nothing. In Indiana, what I've seen so far in foggy nights driving home, if you can see the front of your car, you got a lot of distance that you can see. Because there are times that driving home in the fog at night here in Indiana, you're literally just cruising along at 1 or 2 miles an hour. I mean, I'll bet you snails can go faster. Because you just cannot see what's in front of you. Because of how thick it is. It's like picture that movie The Mist by Stephen King. I mean, exactly like that. You just can't see. And I'll admit, every time it gets foggy and I'm driving, that song plays in my head. That one song that plays in my head. That oh God, what is that song? I actually really, really, really love that song. What is it? What is it? What is it? Where they're driving in the... This one. This song. Anytime I drive in a fog, I think of this. I mean, it's just wow. It's just, I mean, I love the song, but it's also a creepy song. And so driving in Indiana, all right, good night, Beth. Driving in Indiana, yeah, it's this song plays in my head during those foggy nights. About ready to watch a spider come jumping out at me and kill me or something like this. But it's like, I guess it's The Mist soundtrack by Lisa Gerrard. But I love this song. Totally cool song. I mean, I don't know. I just love this song. It's a good movie. I'd recommend watching it if you haven't seen it. Totally messed up ending. I'm not going to try and give that to you. The book is even better if you should read the book. The book's always good. Books are always gooder. Yes, I said gooder. Now, sad ending. Yeah, this song just, wow. They should have came out with like a part 2 to it. I love this movie. I truly love this movie. But anytime driving in the fog, yeah, game over. This is what I see. This is what I think of. This song. It's like, wow. I'm actually shocked that I haven't gotten yelled at by TikTok yet for copyright material. Blah, 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 blah. Now I want to watch the movie. It's alright, because I've already seen it like 800 times. Well, maybe not. The thing I'm curious about, though, is in the movie, okay, so the aliens, or the creatures, came out of that other dimension. Where did they go when the army started coming back? Yeah, that's something I'm curious about. So, all right, anyways, enough of that. That actually, hey Alicia. But yeah, anytime driving in Indiana, I think of that song, and it's like, that plays in my head, like, am I going to see some alien spiders come flying at the car anytime soon? Or am I going to look up and see the big giant monster thing walking over me? You know, so yeah. That's driving in fog. And you know what? Clarity helps you see through that fog. Clarity is like turning your headlights on in a storm. Because see, the road doesn't change, but you can move. You know, clarity helps you decide who you are becoming. Helps you decide what version of you is trying to show up to whatever it is that you're trying to do. Whether you're trying to go to school to become a brain surgeon or going to school and trying to start your own business. You know, because what version of you is still holding you back? You know, clarity will help you decide what version of you is holding you back. So what are the top 3 things that actually move your life forward? I mean, everything else is noise. So pick the 3 things that actually help you focus on your future, because everything else is a distraction. Or is it your ego? I mean, I'm a guy, so, you know, we got ego. I mean, I can't stop and ask for directions. How many men are out there are like that, right? Now, I'll wait for my cell phone to charge so I can ask GPS before I walk into the gas station and ask for help on where I'm going to go. I'll admit to that. Yeah, I mean, I've got that male ego going on. Oh, I can't ask for directions. I got to know where I'm going. If I don't know where I'm going, well, we'll turn the radio down so we can try and see better. Ever been curious about that? Ever notice that your parents or somebody in your family or something like this, you know, they're driving along and they're trying to find an address. They're trying to find an address and they're driving along, trying to find an address. And it's like, turn that radio down. I got to think. You know, it's like, what? I got to see the address. Turn the radio down. And you actually turn the radio down so you can try to see where you're going. How does that work anyway? Clarity! That's how it works. It's called clarity. It's one less mental overload going in your brain so you can focus on where you're going. Imagine that. So what's the next step? I mean, I'm not asking for a perfect step. I'm not asking for a pretty step. I'm asking what's the next necessary step for you to gain clarity on where you're going, on what you're doing, on what your goals are, on what your future is going to entail, on what you plan on doing, on what you plan on becoming. What's the one thing you need to know how to do for yourself? But you've been pretending you need more time. Ouch! I need more time to get my website going before I can try and launch. I need more time before I can try to send out those emails to those schools. I need more time to get whatever. I need more time to get my computer working so I can go live tonight. That's why I'm so late. No, actually, I had a major computer issue tonight. It did a Windows update thing, and it puked. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It puked. That's what I get for trying and installing 3 AI agents at once on an i5 with only 8 gigs of memory. Yeah, for a person that's computer related, Let's stick three large level machine language codes on one machine and see what happens. Well, we have 800 tabs open. Watch that computer crawl. It's actually kind of hilarious as I'm typing in responses to the AI questions I ask to see the text come flying across the screen. It almost brought me back to 300 baud days, back to the 1980s, watching connecting up to people's computers over the phone lines, where you actually watch the text just war games, baby, war games. Yeah, I'm a big movie man tonight. I can feel movie night coming soon. I've worked my butt off. Or actually my brain. See how my hair's falling out. So grass doesn't grow in a playground, so I've been using my head a lot lately. But I am excited, man. I'm excited. I mean, I can put my crap on Walmart.com. I can put my crap on Amazon. I can put my crap on Etsy. I can put my crap on eBay. Woo! Yeah, I am excited. And the three brands I'm putting out are Wow U, Wow University, Learn to Win Academy, and of course the Stormwalker Outpost. The Stormwalker Outpost, actually, from what I've seen on Printify, has some really cool backpacks. I'm going to stick my happy little logo on and stuff like that, and it'll help fund my camping trip. So maybe I'll buy one for myself and we'll go camping, and I'll take pictures and show everybody how cool it is. But you know what? What is one thing you need to do that you've been pretending that you need more time for? Answer yourself. Tell yourself tonight before you go to bed. Make that energy shift. Because when you get clear, your energy stops leaking. When you get that clarity, you finally realize where you're hemorrhaging that energy at, where you're hemorrhaging your knowledge, where you're hemorrhaging your decisions, where you're hemorrhaging your action, where you're hemorrhaging your John, help me here. Where you're hemorrhaging your energy. But you move faster because you're not guessing. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, you move faster because you're not guessing. That's the other thing. When you get clarity, you move faster because you're not guessing. Thank you, Stam. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's the thing is clarity changes your life. I mean, literally, it changes your life because when you get clear, your energy stops leaking. And as Sam put it, when you get clarity, you're able to move faster. Because you're not guessing. You're not spread between 8 different projects. And I'm guilty. I mean, even now, after my computer puked earlier today and said, I'm done, I'm dead, and ended up dead like that mouse that I caught the other day. I mean, I've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. Yeah, I've got all those open. I've got my camera server open. I've got 3 AI agents open uploading stuff to my Shopify store. So I'm still overtasking. But you know what? When you get that clarity, you stop second guessing yourself and you actually start executing properly. See, people with clarity don't walk into rooms the same way. I mean, have you ever seen somebody walk in a room and instantly just take charge? Where everybody's like, oh, hey, that's Obet. Oh, hey, look, hey, that's Sam. Oh, hey, look, that's Natasha. Uh-oh, there's Alicia over there. People walk in and they instantly see that person's got confidence about them. They've got the talk. They don't talk the same. They don't move the same. They don't waste the same time. They go in there and they instantly command the presence of the room because they've got the clarity going on for them. They've got the confidence. They've got the knowledge of what's going on. They've got that confidence inside of them that they don't second guess what's going on. And that is how powerful clarity is. So I want to recommend that tonight and tomorrow morning, write down your list of things to get done. Write down 3 things that help build your future, and then write down 3 things that help destroy it. And we want to get rid of that list of 3 things that help destroy your future. Those 3 things that take your mind off your future, just take them and throw them away. Get rid of them. Like in Harry Potter, where they pull his memories out, take them out, just drown them. Just take them and drown them. Throw them in a bucket of water. Goodbye. See you later. Because people with clarity have confidence about themselves. They know what the next non-negotiable step is for their life. They know that it's not going to be perfect. They know it's not going to be pretty, and they know that it is necessary. Thank you. Thank you for loving. And you have to develop that clarity for yourself. Because when you do, you're going to change your life. Because you don't need more time. You just need clarity. You need to build that confidence in yourself that you can do it. You need to choose one thing that you're going to get clear about. Tonight, write it down. Pencil, paper, put it together. Make lines that form words. Words form sentences. It's not rocket science. It's super simple and you can do it. And just by doing that alone, you can change your life. Commit to one action for yourself. I'm not asking you to send me money. I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm not asking any of that crap. I'm asking you to change your life by writing down one thing for yourself that can help you gain clarity on your life. Because once you get clear, your next move will become the loudest one. Because you know what? We've all withstood more than we know. We've all owned our stories, our scores, our scars, our skills, our challenges. We've all owned more than people have seen. It's time to win in a way that nobody can ignore. And it's time to write down our clarity goals and make our next moves the loudest ones yet. With that, good night, everybody.